Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. Guys, we have another tactic to review today. You guys know how every year I always have like specific people that just end up consistently doing really good tactics that end up being not only meta but fun at the same time. This guy is probably going to be the other one, the 420 foot dude, because he comes up with very clever things that work out really well from the meta of this gameplay. Sometimes the playstyle can be a little bit too slow in certain cases, but for this one, it's definitely very, very nice. It's going to be for the 4-2-3-1. I think it's bracket 2, right? Or is it bracket? No, bracket 2 is the wide one, and I think 4-2-3-1. Let me see. Yeah, 4-2-3-1 normal is the one that's not the bracket 2. Okay. So guys, the way that this tactic is lined up is going to be on balanced defensive style, 42 for width, 72 for depth. I think 72 for depth, people always put that because it's like the auto offside trap, so you don't necessarily have to spam offside trap to, you know, make it happen. Slow build up, play possession, right? So different type of build up play, different type of chance creation, which is always nice. I will say, you always stray away from the meta of the game when you don't use direct passing. I will always mention that because it's very important to, because you literally need to push up against defenders to score in this game. It's a dumb meta in this game, but it is what it is, right? Slow build up, possession 20, and then we have 6 for players in the box. He puts 3 and 3 for corners and free kicks, but I hate counterattacks, so I just don't have the corners and free kicks higher. I tell you guys this all the time. So this is a personal preference of mine, but with the goalkeeper, I always put comes across as sweeper keeper. Personally, you're gonna think this is going to be very interesting, but the rest of the team is actually untouched. You do not put instructions on anybody. You actually just let them play as they want to play. But what you could actually do is to have 2 different variations of this formation where you can put instructions on your defenders, right? So if you're not really confident with the way that your midfielders and defenders line up, I'll show you guys a tweet over here. It says right here, if you're not confident in defense, I'd suggest applying tactics to the CDMs, left back and right back. Overlap on the fullbacks work really well. Do not be afraid to pass back and sideways, right? That's kind of the meta of this game, right? Is actually not always consistently going forward. You guys will see from some of the buildups that we end up doing where you do have to go backwards because people use pressure tactics, they're parking the bus. So you literally have to go backwards to reset attacking AI to score your opportunities, right? The types of players that you're going to want in this team. So obviously, the type of team that I have here is not fully ideal. I'll mention to you guys why. So let me show you guys my team and what I'm working with. So a couple things, right? Try your best to get one player who is a good medium-high work rate card that has the potential of attacking, right? So the card that I always use as an example when it comes down to that is always the Sandro Tonali card, right? Because Sandro Tonali, if I show you guys what we're working with here, Sandro Tonali is not specifically only for the medium-high playstyle, right? He's a 5'11 player, medium-high, unique body type, 4-star weak foot, but he has attacking capabilities, right? The dribbling is there. He has a little bit of shooting, you know, passing and stuff is there too. But he's also going to be that main guy that offers you a solid defensive presence. Now, you don't necessarily have to do this, right? You can go with midfielders that are both high work rated. Now, you want to try to get players, if you have Tudom, you can use Tudom. I use Fofana, right? Because I like the Fofana card. You can use players that are, again, both good at attacking, defending. Ronaldo Sanchez OTW is one of those cards where I would be like, Ronaldo Sanchez is still better than this card, like Carlos Soler, like that OTW Ronaldo Sanchez, he has the FIFA traits, right? So that's a perfect card to be able to use in these types of teams, right? So a good high work rated player in that CDM position will definitely be ideal, especially because of the fact that it is on balanced instructions. Your attack, I would say you have to be very linear when it comes to striker and cam, like that one specifically. Like you guys know me in the past, I've used like a flashback Ronaldo with a Path to Glory Bernardo Silva, and those 2 cards have fantastic attacking AI. So making sure that they are the ones that are playing the cam and striker position is very important. I really enjoy using like good medium or good high work rate players in the side positions. But honestly, if you take a look at this team as it is, if I want to use Mbappe up top, Ben Yedder in the side position, I could totally do that. But it's like I mentioned to you guys in the player reviews, there are certain cards that just belong in certain positions, right? With Ben Yedder, he belongs in the striker position, but then I have Mbappe, and Mbappe is just too good to not use in the striker area, right? So I use Ben Yedder on the left side. again, you'll see from the tactics or from the highlights, because we did end up trying out the Alexis Sanchez card. We did his review while trying out the tactic, right? So it's kind of like what we do whenever we're trying out different cards. So yeah, I think the important thing for this team is you have to really do your best to get a player who is really good at attacking and defending in that fullback position. That's going to be a very, very key thing to work with. So Hakimi is always a very good example. If you have the Team of the Year version, you have this version. He's the first owner, so he just stays in the team because, you know, he's obviously really nice. On the review account, I actually ended up getting Atal as well. So if I go to League One and I go to the Atal card, he was just randomly in like a 2-player pack or something, right? And he's a very good example of someone that you can use in that area too, because he has good attacking and defensive capabilities, right? You can attack and defend really well. Kolasinac is not that guy, right? Kolasinac would have been a very good center back had he have gotten the upgrade, but you'll see me using him in this review just because I think he's the only left back that I have from the League One that's not Thiago Dijalo to switch into that position, because I need the center backs and whatnot, right? So the left back position, you know, you can get players. Honestly, you could still use rare gold for Mendy. 420 over here is using Acuna. Acuna's fine because he has the high work rates, can attack and defend really well. You know, just players like that for the most part. Yeah, even like if you have like the Cancelo card, Cancelo would be fine there. There's a bunch of different options you can work with, right? But try to make your back four as meta as possible, right? Like at this point in the game, like I'm using Eric Bailly and Thiago Dijalo, but you know, for the sake of the review and us trying out different cards, like sure, some cards are pretty decent to use, but if I was being really serious in this game, the whole back four is full meta. I would go for the Lucios, I would go for the Varans, I'd go for the Van Dijks. In this game, it's necessary. You really, really need those guys because it's really annoying to use players that are just below that for this year's meta, right? So try your best to do that. Obviously, you can use a player like Thiago Dijalo, Eric Bailly. I'm just letting you know that you should go with the better options if you can, right? So yeah, that's pretty much it. The tactics is really cool. Again, you can have 2 different variations of this formation where your 4-2-3-1 can be like this, where there's no instructions, but then if you notice it opening up in certain positions that you don't like, and then on the CDMs you could put stuff like stay back while attacking, cover center. A lot of the times it's actually really helpful to do stay back while attacking, cover center, and cut passing lane, because it just basically allows you to kind of defend really well around the 18-yard box, because there's always that open space that people always aim for with that extra pass meta because of the direct passing stuff. But you could do that if you want to, right? But for me, I like to use stuff that's different, so I don't want to touch the instructions, right? I want to use something that's different, that's not always the same meta always. But you can have different variations of the tactic, like I said, right? So yeah, be sure to check out the tweet. Be sure to check out 420foot. Follow him on Twitter. I just recently did, because honestly, he's consistently been getting out some really good tactics that I've been enjoying using, that are different to the meta of the gameplay, that still performs well in it. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video today. I'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.
I think it's fair to say, Stuart. What in particular do you expect to see from him in this game? He's got to tuck this away.
Okay, good. We got a tap finesse shot right there with Alexis Sanchez.
Well, pass after pass, maybe they can chisel an opportunity. And struggling to get the shot off. Soler in position. It's in.
Nicely done. Opened the space well there. Gone to the right positions. Good goal.
The stoppage time situation. 1 minute here. Payet. Now with Sanchez. Is it going to be Alexis Sanchez?
White time shy still scores. We'll take that. We'll take that.
Well, pressing really high. Having won the ball back, they might be able to profit. Surely.
There we go. Needed that. Slow little build up.
And it's 2 strikers up front who will look to provide the goal-scoring threat. Useful looking position, you've got to say. Mate. Could go ahead.
Nice goal.
It is the
Nice goal.
Make sure they don't let this slip. Well, they can't dwell on not getting the rub of the green. Perhaps they can create another chance now. Really good high press.
Nice. You know, Alexis Sanchez, like on a consistent basis, when I use like the L trigger shield to do like those quick dribbles, he's really solid at doing those.
Now with Mbappe. Can he make it count?
There we go. Well done, Alexis.
To the good now, and that gives
Well done, well done. That's his weak foot too. Still scores. My command disappeared. Yeah, my command disappeared. Everyone's marked. Now I gotta hope and pray that I get this ball here.
danger here as he runs at them. Can he finish them off? And danger still.
Yeah, I mean, he used manual goalkeeping, so I'll take it, honestly.
Yedder. Soler. Now with Mbappe. Well, the supporters think it's on. Must take the lead here.
Nice shot.
You've got to say.
Really, really nice shot. Very direct. I needed that.
Chess. Showing patience as well as persistence in the build-up. We're getting right on top of their opponents and winning it back. Oh, that's a pass of high quality.
Nice goal.
They're looking really
Needed to do that heel to heel for the consistency there.
in the Oh, surely.
Nice.
For himself.
Small little left stick touches. Work the angle across goal. There we go.
Soler.
Nicely done.
Seal the hat-trick.
I think he timed the offside trap a little bit weird there. That's why we scored that.
In behind for him to chase.
Nice. Kylian Mbappe.
See what they have in store for them on the break. Ben Yedder. On to Sanchez. Is it going to be Alexis Sanchez?
Yeah, a couple of things here and there.
He's going to be right.
You have to do all the extra stuff, you know, to kind of work the space for yourself.
Get tighter. And credit is due for that good piece of defending. Is it going to be Alexis Sanchez? It has to be, surely.
Yeah, it worked it well enough.
It is. It's one goal.
Worked it well enough. Good stuff.
Hakimi. Will it happen for him here? And begging.
That's one way to score.
And he finds the net.
That is one way to score.